and more as we get up with you. Starting right now. All right. There's planes, trains, and automobiles, but I am back and better than ever here, people. Thank you, Schrager, for sitting in a couple of days as I was inevitably delayed, but we got here. Snowing again, delightful. D-Wood and Harry, good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Got a great squad up with us early this morning. Chene is ready to roll. Neek's got a lot to say. Tim McMahon is ready to fire as we get this thing started. Take me to Los Angeles last night. The finish of the night was a mess. Orlando and the Lakers. 4 minutes to play. Harry, Lakers down 1. Luka Doncic. Gonna get one in the corner, and he's gonna knock this down for the lead.
Yeah, nothing but upper body strength, nothing but nylon, a.k.a. nets for Luka.
22 points for him, but Paolo Banchero would see that and add more. He had 36 plus 10 rebounds. Magic down by 1 after he missed a foul shot, but then they're up. Desmond Bane knocking down the 3. Magic a 1-point lead. Now here we go. 27 seconds left. D-Wood, inbound play. LeBron.
That's what I'm talking about. You see, LeBron still got that spring in those steps right there.
He had 21, but now the Magic trying to respond off a miss. Wendell Carter Jr., yes, the Magic by 1. Here we go. 7 seconds left. Same score. Here's your ball game. Luka, take it. Take it. Doesn't take it. Gives it up for LeBron. Very tough look at the finish, and the Magic get the win. Harry, what do we see?
Well, number one, 10 times out of 10, Luka, you must take that shot. You had a window of opportunity. You wasted it. Then you pass it. No, shoot that basketball. I've seen him 100 times make that shot over people.
Did not look good. We needed to hear from LeBron and Luka after another tough Laker loss.
I'm not sure. I mean, obviously you have to ask Luka what he saw on that, but I thought he had a good look, and it looked like he kind of just lost his balance. You know, didn't have a rhythm with the ball, whatever the case may be, and it kind of allowed him to get back in front of him. You know, I was kind of off balance when he gave it to me. I thought he had a great look, but. No, that's what I would look. That's my POV.
Did you and LeBron have any communication about the final play after it was over? When you passed it to him, did you think he had a shot, or did you recognize that it was kind of be a tough opportunity?
I mean, I just saw him open. I didn't want to lose the ball, and we didn't have timeouts, you know. But like I said, you know, shouldn't have picked up the ball. I should have tagged. I thought I was getting a clean look, but that's on me.
All right, so he takes it on himself. Again, I got Tim and Chene here. Chene, I'd ask you to X and O it, but we might need other letters to try and figure out exactly what that was. What did you see on that final play?
First of all, hi, Greeny. I have missed you. It may not be X's and O's, but more so OMG, like OMG, this meltdown is not cute. For the Los Angeles Lakers, what did I see on that final play? You're relying on the talent of 2 generational players in Luka Doncic and LeBron James. It was poor spacing. I think he could have taken that shot, but he also had 15 assists that night, so he felt like he was passing the ball to shooters that would knock it down. I'll even say this, Greeny. It's not this play, it's the play before. I don't know if you caught that defensive stop, and that's where they were trying to, like, really seal the deal with this game. I heard one person on the mic, because, you know, we have mics on the rim. They said, let's get this stop. Well, the Lakers, they haven't, and that has been the story of the season. They are 24th in defensive rating. They let the Magic score, 31 points in the fourth quarter, shooting 59% or so from the floor. Their bigger issue than that final shot is the lack of ability to be able to get that final stop. And that, to me, was a double whammy for them on both ends of the floor.
Well, so, Tim, I mean, you can look at it that way. You look at the lack of a defensive stop and then the sort of miscommunication between Luka and LeBron, and the whole final 30 seconds or so becomes, I think you're going to tell us, a microcosm of the Lakers season.
Howdy, Greeny. Look, you zoom in on that moment, and it's a shocking lack of confidence from Luka Doncic. There's a lot of reasons you can criticize Luka. A lack of confidence has very rarely been one of them. The only time I've seen Luka look that hesitant was right after the Mavericks traded for Kyrie Irving, and he was deferring too much. Obviously, they clicked the next year. They were a great closing duo. They went to the finals. This is a year removed from Luka being traded to the Lakers, and he has not developed any kind of chemistry with LeBron James. Big picture, that's the problem. LeBron and Luka are an awkward fit. They are minus 82 this year with those two guys on the floor together. That is the worst plus-minus of any Lakers pair. It's one thing for them to be poor defensively. You can expect that with Luka playing next to a guy in his 40s. They are a bottom 5 offensive team with Luka and LeBron on the floor together. That tells you this is a duo that has no kind of chemistry.
Tim, I wanted to show one other sequence that took place in the third quarter also, because this is something that I think a lot of people were picking up on. And we'll see Luka Doncic, he's going to not get a call, and he's going to complain about it, and that's nothing new for him. But then he doesn't get back on defense, and the Magic wind up scoring on the other end, and there's just a little bit too much of this going on. So the other thing was a microcosm. Is this a little bit of a microcosm of what we see with the whole Luka Doncic show as well?
Yeah, look, Luka's had two glaring flaws throughout the course of his career, conditioning and crying. The conditioning he has made major strides in. He's crying as much as he ever has. And let me preface this by saying I got a C in a community college psychology course in the late 90s, so I'm not qualified for psychoanalysis. I did cover Luka the first 6.5 years of his career. I've talked to a lot of people who have coached him, who have played with him. What I can tell you is Luka vents his frustration at the referees. So the more he's frustrated, the more he's whining, he's crying, and he worries more about sometimes the 3 guys in the gray jerseys than the 5 guys in the opposite jerseys. And look, he's going to have defensive problems regardless. It's hard to play defense if you never cross half court because you're worried about a call that you didn't get.
Shanae.
You're right. And I know you know the Luka experience better than most people, Tim. The one thing that I want to push back on you is you said Luka Doncic and lack of confidence in the same sentence. I don't really necessarily believe that. What I saw in that final possession was someone who shot 2 for 10 from 3, who understand maybe this was not my night to shoot that shot. And so I'm curious, Tim, where you stand on maybe in this game he had lack of confidence because of his poor shooting from beyond the arc versus someone who's known to take over. Like the lack of spacing on that final possession to me was the bigger issue than Luka passing up the shot.
Luka had a great look, and he is not a guy who worries about a shot that he's missed before, right? I mean, the cojones have never been in question. He passed up a great look to get LeBron a terrible look. That does not make any sense. And again, the one thing the Lakers have done really well this year is close games. So in that sense, this is an exception. But in terms of the bigger problems, that duo not fitting, Luka being frustrated at a lot more than the whistle, those are glaring issues right now for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yes, far be it from us to question the cojones. All right, both of you stay close by. We'll have much more on the hoops
it's
as
too
we
early,
continue.
Greeny.
Let me get to
taking on the Pelicans. Fourth quarter, Guy Santos at the line for Golden State. But watch closely. DeAndre Jordan, Draymond Green down low. Green jumps on the back of Jordan, and it's called for the personal foul. What is happening? Draymond, you know you can't do that. What are we doing? Why are we getting on his back? I don't understand what's happening here. The top 2 teams in the NBA square off tonight on ESPN. Kate Cunningham and the Pistons take on the league-leading and defending champion Thunder at 7:30 Eastern. That's followed by the Celtics taking on Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. NBA Countdown, the Crew, they tip everything off. The coverage starts at 7. I'm so very confused why Draymond Green was jumping on his back. Like, it's just, why? Why are we doing that? We don't need to do that.
I was going to say, you can't really do that on the court, but you were telling me about your son who's 3.
Oh, yeah.
Piggybacks allowed at home with mom?
Oh, definitely allowed, but you know what? I'm getting to an age where, you know what, the back, it can't handle it.
The back,
He's a big 3-year-old. I can't do that. The back, the toe, everything.
Get up the